channel, Ellen here. I'm just doing a tutorial today on the look that I'm wearing right now, which is a bit more of like a natural glam, neutral. It's neutral colours, it's not natural. I'm using the Conspiracy palette today because a very lovely friend from work let me borrow her palette to do some videos. So I did one yesterday which was bright coloured. Don't know which one I'll be posting first, but I filmed one that was like a really bright coloured and then this one which is nice and neutral. I'll be giving Heather her palette back tomorrow. I'm so sad to see it go. But thank you so much, Heather, for letting me borrow your palette to film some videos. It was so much fun and the colours are incredible, and hopefully you can now create these looks because you have the palette that I used. Yeah, so when you come into work I want to see you create one of the looks. Maybe, you don't have to, I'm kidding. Anyway, so today is just a tutorial on this look. I did also try some new products, two new products. I tried a new foundation and new concealer, which are the Revlon, no they're not, they are the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Foundation and then Radiance Concealer with Hyaluronic Acid. So I'm really liking them, I think they look absolutely stunning, but I tried those out today. But I'll shut up blabbing and I'll get straight on with this tutorial. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and please give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Bye guys. Okay guys, so I did my brows off of camera because I just thought you guys don't need to see that again. It's just the same dealio. I just used the MAC, what's this called? I used the MAC False Lash Maximizer and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Auburn. I use these all the time, so literally no change there. And then I also use the PLOUISE base to just prime my eyes as well. So again, no change there. So I've already done the first eye off of camera. I just need to do this one now. And again, we will be going in with the Conspiracy palette today, but I'm going to go with more of, well, obviously I'm going to go with more of a neutral look. Not natural because I've used glitter, but more neutral. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here first. This one is called Diet Root Beer. It's just one of the mid-tone browns in the palette. And I'm going to go in with a MAC 221 brush. And I'm literally just going to apply this right in and also just a little bit above the crease. And I'm only doing this in windshield wipe motions. I'm not going to go like in big circular motions because I don't want it to go everywhere. Just want to keep it nice and clean in the crease. And then I'm also just going to bring that down onto the outer corner as well. Next I'm going to go in with the shade Tenacon, which is this light shade right here. It's just the one next to the darker colour we've just used. And I'm going to use this on a MAC 217 brush, which just looks like this. And I'm just going to apply that kind of over the top and a little bit above the shade we've just put on. I'm not going to put it directly in the crease, it is slightly above, but I'm going to make sure I blend it into the colour we've just put on. And then I'm just going to go back in with the darker colour again on the 221 brush, just to deepen that up. I'm going to use the Too Faced Glitter Glue. I'm just going to apply this with this brush from Zoeva. It's just a 234 brush, it's just like a flat shader brush. So I'm just going to apply this onto the lid. I'm going to focus it first more lower and on the centre, and then when I've got a little bit of product left on the brush, then I'm going to take it further up to the crease. I'm going to go in with this pigment from Peaches and Cream in the shade Gatsby, and oh, I can't open it. And I'm just going to use the exact same brush that we've just used that glitter glue on. I'm just going to get a little bit of that on my brush and tap that over the top of the glitter glue. Go in with the 221 brush again. I've not got any extra product on this brush, but I am just going to go back into the crease and just sort of blend that out a little bit. So I just don't want it to be too harsh with the glitter. It's time for the lash line, and I'm just going to take this brush right here from Zoeva. It's a 237, it's just a really small detailer brush. So I'm going to mix Diet Root Beer and my rides here together, so I don't know if you can see that, so just the black and then the brown that we used basically. I'm going to mix them together, so I just pick up a little bit of the brown first and then a tiny bit of the black, just because this black is really pigmented and I don't want this to be too harsh. And then I'm just going to smudge that onto my lash line and just keep going back in for more product. And then I also just go back in with that 221 brush again and just blend that on the outer corner a little bit. I've not got any extra product on the brush, just like to blend it out a little bit. I'm just going to grab just a bit of concealer. This is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate concealer. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that underneath my eye, not loads, I don't want loads under there. You can use anything, obviously. I could have just used the base that I used on my eye, the PLOUISE base, but I've decided I'm going to use a concealer instead, and I'm just going to blend that out. I just tap it with my finger on the eye corner because I don't want to ruin the eye makeup that we've just put down. That would be a bit silly. I'm going to go back in with the small detailer brush now. Again, mixing the two colours together, the darker brown and the black. And I'm going to take that just right underneath the lash line. And then I'm just going to take this pencil brush, which is a 230, I nearly said 239. 230 from Zoeva, in with that darker brown shade, and I'm going to blend that out. Using the 221 brush from MAC as well, no extra product this time, just blending that out. And now I'm going to switch that out for the 217, again no extra product on this. So next I'm going to go in with a pencil liner in my waterline. This is Fascinating from MAC, it's just a white pencil liner, so I'm just going to apply that to my waterline. Okay, so I'm just going to go off of the camera now just to put some mascara and lashes on, and I'll be right back to do my skin, so I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so that's the eye makeup finished now. All I did was just put some mascara and some lashes on. The lashes I'm wearing are the Prima Lash in D13, which are really nice lashes. I do really like these lashes. So now let's move on to skin. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Wonderglow primer to start off with. I really love this primer because I love having glowing skin. Like my skin's quite dry, so I prefer it to look more dewy, which is annoying because that is complete opposite of what my skin wants it to do. But you know, we've got products for that, like Wonderglow from Charlotte Tilbury. It's brilliant. I'm just going to apply this with a with the Charles Fox brush. You could use any brush or you could use your fingers. I just really like to apply it with this brush. Don't know why. It just feels really nice on the skin. I just really like this brush, okay guys? Don't judge. I'm going to try out a new foundation today, which is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Foundation with Hyaluronic Acid. And I got this in the shade F6. This might not be the right colour for me. I was in Superdrug yesterday, Medhall, and it was, oh, I haven't got all the packaging off properly. It was so ridiculously busy in Superdrug, and I was trying to find my shade. I was trying to look at all the testers. They hardly had any testers out, which was like, okay, well this doesn't help. And then the testers that they did have out didn't actually have the shade names on them, so I was like, okay, so it doesn't even matter if I do find the right colour in the testers because I don't know which colour it is because it doesn't say on it. Brilliant! So I just kind of had to quickly guess in the rush, in the mad panic, because I was in a rush as well, I needed to get somewhere. So I ended up picking up the shade F6, and I really hope, oh, dropping the lid, I really hope this is the right colour. I think it's going to be more on the pale side. To be fair, it's probably going to actually match my skin, but I do like to go a little bit darker, but you know, we'll just bronze it up with bronzer instead, not highlighter. We're not going to bronze up with highlighter, we're going to bronze up with bronzer. Ellen, get your words out right. I'm just going to apply this with this Spectrum brush. No idea what number it is because it's worn off, but you know, I'm just going to apply this. In fact, yeah, I'm just going to apply this to the skin. This is very full coverage, isn't it? I mean, the shade, I don't know how it's picking up on camera, and it might look a little bit weird because obviously I'm red up here, but the shade does actually match my skin. Like, it matches my neck really well. It's just that I prefer to go a bit darker, so The shade is quite good, like especially if I do want, if it, on a day where I'm like, yeah, I just need it to match my neck and stuff, but if I do buy it again, I'll probably get a darker colour than this one. This applies really nice. I didn't know, it was, look, when I put it on the back of my hand just then, it looked really watery, so I was like, how is this gonna be like medium to full coverage? It's like really thin, but I'm quite liking the way it's going on. I mean, obviously I'm going to see how this foundation wears and stuff, but so far I'm really liking it. It's really nice and like glowy as well. It does feel hydrating, which is nice. Gotta like hydrating foundation, especially when you've got dry skin. Now on to concealer. I am also going to be using the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Concealer, again with hyaluronic acid, and I can't pronounce that. I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. And something else. And this is in the shade C2. I think this is definitely a little bit too light, but you know, we're going to try it. Anyway, it might be good more for like when I have a foundation on that's way too dark and I need to try and lighten it up, but you know, we'll go with it anyway. Like that is white pretty much. Yeah, definitely got the wrong shade in the concealer. But you know, we'll soldier on. And I'm going to use the, I don't know, this is a Spectrum brush, I don't know the number. All of the numbers are wrong off my brushes, okay, don't judge me. Next time I buy brushes, I'm going to paint over them. I did that with a lot of my MAC brushes, like I painted over them with clear nail polish, just so it wouldn't wear off basically, but it's just like a fluffy brush. So I'm just going to blend this concealer out now, guys, the best that I can, because it's very light, didn't realise, but you know. Like, it was difficult as well to tell with the bottle, because I feel like the bottle's slightly frosted, so I was like, oh well, it looks lighter than what it actually is, kind of thing. So there was some when I was like, oh well, that might be a bit dark, or I don't know. But yeah, this might be a bit light, but we'll make it work, we'll make it work. Again, concealer, other than the colour, let's not talk about that because I've got the wrong one, but other than that, I'm really liking it. This is quite thick as well, so it's quite a good coverage underneath the eye, which I'm quite liking. Okay, so concealer is nice and blended out now. I'm not going to bother with a setting powder today because I don't always put setting powder on. I'm not the biggest, well, I like setting powder sometimes, but like, I prefer more of a glowy skin, so try not to do setting powder all of the time, but you know. So we're going to go straight in with bronzer, and I'm going to use the NARS Laguna bronzer. I absolutely love this bronzer. I can't get the little thing out. I absolutely love this bronzer, clearly, because I've hit pan on it, but you know, it's such a nice bronzer though. And I feel like I've got a hair on my face that I can't see one, so we'll have to deal. And I'm going to use the MAC, I don't know what number this is it a 135? I think so, because this is one off as well. I know I just said on some MAC ones I painted over them with clear polish, but I had this one before I started doing that, so I didn't do it on this one, but I think it's a 135. So we're going to go in with this first, just to bronze up a little bit, because I am a bit pale. This is a really nice brush for bronzer as well, because it's like nice and narrow, so it gets in underneath the cheekbone nicely, but because it's quite like long bristles, it's quite not flimsy, I don't want to use the word flimsy, that sounds awful, but it's nice and flexible, we'll say. Taking it around the hairline. Okay, so that's the bronzer done, but I do want to sculpt my face a little bit more, just so it looks a little bit more defined. Don't mean contour necessarily. I mean, technically it is contour, I just don't like to call it that. But I'm going to use the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm going to use a 125 brush from Zoeva for this, just because this brush is a little bit narrower, so it's nice to use if I want a bit more of... It's not narrower, sorry, it's about the same thickness, it's just that it's more dense and it's shorter bristles. Like, they buy different brands, but it's like the little baby version. It's quite a nice brush for contour. Yes, I said contour, I know, I don't like the word, but it technically is contour. I'm going to put blusher on today, guys. Shock horror, I never wear blusher. But I'm going to go in, I can't open it. I'm going to go in with Peaches blusher from MAC, and I'm just going to apply this with an F37 brush from Sigma. For highlighter, I'm going to use this Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, the one which is a collab with Nicole. I can't say her name, this one, I don't know, I'm really sorry, I don't know how to say her name, really sorry, but I really like these colours. So I'm going to go in with, is it Glow Getter? Yeah, Glow Getter, which is this one. I'm not swearing at you, I'm just pointing at the highlighter. And I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting brush to do this as well. Again, if this one has a number, this is one off, but I'm just going to put this right on the cheekbones. These highlighters are so nice, they're so ridiculously pigmented. Like, I'm trying to be careful because sometimes I go a little bit overboard when I'm using these highlighters. Can you really go overboard with highlighter? I don't think you can. I don't know why I said that. I feel like you can never have too much highlighter really though, can you? Tin Man look forever. Okay, so now I'm just going to spray some setting spray. This is the Glamglow one called Glowsetter. And then finally for lips. So if I can grab them. Okay, so for lips I'm going to go in with Spice Lip Pencil from MAC just to start off. And then I'm going to use, I've not used this in ages, and I've only got 2 of these. I've got a purple one as well. And I really love the formula of these. I need to try more of them. This is the Colourpop Lippie Stick. This is the Colourpop Lippie Stix, I can't say that, in the shade Skimpy. I'm going to go in with a gloss. So this is such a pretty colour. It's like such a nice paley, pinky, peachy colour. I love it. And this is also from Colourpop, and this is in the shade Fairy Floss, which I think is such a nice name. But there we go, that is the finished look. Oh, I love this lip colour. Sorry, I'm looking in at my MacBook set up here so that I can see my face. Sorry, I just keep looking at that, but I absolutely love this lip colour. It looks beautiful. I don't know why I don't wear this more often, because I love like pinky, peachy. I like brown nudes as well. Like brown nudes tend to be my favourite kind of nudes, but pinky peach, oh yes, yes. Anyway, I'll stop being weird, but basically, yeah. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was so nice to get to film again with the Conspiracy palette. Thank you again, Heather, for letting me borrow the palette. I will be returning it tomorrow when I'm back at work, which is really sad because I don't want to. I want one of my own. I need to get it when it's back in stock because it's such a nice palette. Like, the colours are beautiful. Like, I literally just used like 3 colours today from the palette. I mean, let's just class it as 2 because like black, like you can use a matte black from anywhere, but you know, or I could have just used eyeliner. I didn't need to necessarily use black, but you get me. I used 3 colours from the palette and then a glitter, and the look looks, in my opinion, beautiful. But yeah, so anyway, I won't blab on for too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see next, or what kind of looks you want to see next. Just put your suggestions in the comment section down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well if you did enjoy it, and please hit that subscribe button as well. As cheesy as it sounds, it does mean so much to me if you do subscribe, so please, please, please subscribe to my channel, and you can see me being weird and annoying on camera a lot more often. I don't know what's in it for you guys. That doesn't sound like a great deal for you, I know, but you know, I'll stop being weird and I'll just shut up now. But yeah, if you just enjoy making YouTube videos, even if I'm not brilliant at it, I just enjoy doing it. So if you guys show your support, it means so much to me. So thank you for people that do show their support to me. It does mean a lot. But I'm gonna go now because I think I'm going bowling. My phone is buzzing. I think we're going bowling for a date night, hopefully. So, bye guys.